rectangle measures 12 centimeters long and 10 centimeters wide. The length of the rectangle is increased in the ratio 3:2, while its breadth is decreased in the ratio 4:5. By what ratio is the area of the rectangle increased? So we have solution. So we have our length. Our length is increased in the ratio 3:2. So our new length will be 3/2 times 12 by 2, 1 by 2, 6. 3 times 6, we get 18 centimeters. That is our new length. Then we have our breadth. Our breadth, we have been taught, it is decreased in the ratio 4:5. So to get our new breadth, we get 4/5 times 10 by 5, 1 by 5, 2. 4 times 2, we get 8 centimeters. So that is our new length and breadth. So we have to calculate, because we have been asked about the ratio in which the area was increased. So we have to calculate the odd area. The odd area is given by length times breadth. So this one will be 12 times 10. 12 times 10, which will give us 120 centimeters squared. Then we have our new area. Our new area will also be given by length times breadth, which will be 18 times 8. 18 times 8, we get 144 centimeters squared. Then the ratio in which the area was increased, you have to get 144 is to 120. When we divide up, we'll have to get 6:5. So this is the ratio in which the area was increased. Therefore, the answer is A. The table below shows postal charges for sending registered letters and parcels up to maximum of 7 kgs. Then we have our table. We have the letters and parcels. Then we have the charges. Not over 1 kg, we have 35 shillings 0 cents. Not over 2 kgs, 45 shillings. Not over 3 kgs, 55 shillings. Not over 4 kgs, 63 shillings 50 cents. Not over 5 kgs, 72 shillings 50 cents. Not over 6 kgs, 84 shillings. Not over 7 kgs, we have 95 shillings. Then we are taught Natale sent one letter of mass 235 grams. He also sent 3 parcels of masses 2.5 kgs, 3.8 kgs and 6.2 kgs. A tax of 15% of the total is also charged and the total bill rounded off to the nearest 10 cents. How much did Natale pay for the postage? So let's have our solution. We are told Natale sent a letter of 235 grams. When you look at our table, we find that that mass is below 1 kg, so the charge is, so the letter will be charged, that is, it has a mass of 235 grams, will be charged 35 shillings 0 cents. Then we have a parcel of 2.5 kgs. So the parcel of 2.5 kgs, the mass is above 2 kgs and below 3, so it will be charged 55 shillings. So we have our first parcel, which will be charged as a mass of 2.5 kgs. This one will cost him 55 shillings. Then we have our second parcel. Our second parcel is of mass 3.8 kgs, and 3.8 kgs will be charged 63 shillings 50 cents because it is below 3 and below, it is above 3 kgs and below 4 kgs, so it will be charged 63.50, that is 63 shillings 50 cents. Then we have the third parcel. We have the third parcel. The third parcel is of mass 6.2 kgs. So when we look at our table, this one will be for 95 shillings. This one will be 95 shillings. So that is the bill for Natale for sending the parcels. So to get the total bill, we add up. So we are going to take 35 shillings. We had 55 shillings. We had 63 shillings 50 cents. We had 95 shillings. So this one gives us 248 shillings and 50 cents. That is the total bill. Then we are told he was charged a tax of 15% of the total. So we are going to take the total is at 100%. So we had a tax of 15%, we get 115%. So the tax will be 115. The total bill, that is, the total bill will be 115%. So we have 115 over 100, we multiply by 248 and 50 cents. So when we divide, we should get 285 shillings 0.775, but we are taught the total bill is rounded to the nearest 10 cents, so we consider this 7, so it is above 50 cents. So the bill will be 285 shillings and 80 cents. That will be the total bill. Therefore we have our correct answer as B. What is the value of 1 over 2 of brackets 3 1 over 2 minus 1 1 over 4 times 2 2 over 3 plus 3 3 over 5 divided by 3 over 10 over 1 over 3 plus 1 3 over 4 times 2 2 over 3. Solution. This question is testing us on the rule of body mass. So we have to apply the body mass, and to solve the question we have to calculate the numerator separately and also the denominator separately. Then at long last we calculate all of them together. So our numerator, which we are going to write this as capital N, is 1 over 2 of brackets 3 1 over 2 minus 1 1 over 4 we close times 2 2 over 3 plus 3 3 over 5 divided by 3 over 10. So when we apply the body mass, we start with the brackets. So when we compute the brackets, we have 3 1 over 2 minus 1 1 over 4. The LCM of 2 and 4 is 4. So we have 4 divided by 2 2 2 times 1 2 minus 1, because 4 divided by 4 is 1, 1 times 1 1, but we have to get 3 minus 1, which is 2. So this one will give us 2 1 over 4, and when we change it to improper fraction we get 2 times 4 plus 1 9 over 4. Then next we are going to go to the half. So we apply the half sign. So the half will have a half of what we have gotten when we have calculated the brackets, which is 9 over 4. So this one gives us 1 over 2 times 9 over 4, and this one will give us 9 over 8. Then we go to the division. Division is the next one for when we finish up with the half. So the division will be dividing 3 over 5. We divide by 3 over 10. This one will give us, we change 3 over 5 to improper fraction, we'll have 18 over 5 divided by 3 over 10. Then we have to multiply. Then we have 18 over 5. We change the sign to multiplication and we take the reciprocal of 3 over 10, which is 10 over 3, by 3 1, by 3 6, by 5 1, by 5 2. This one gives us 6 times 2, which is 12. So that is after division. So the last one we go to the multiplication. Multiplication of this one. So we have to apply the multiplication. So we have 9 over 8 times 2 over 3. This will give us 9 over 8. We multiply by we change 2 over 3 to improper fraction. This gives us 8 over 3, by 8 1, by 8 1, by 3 1, by 3 3. So this gives us 3. So to get the value of the numerator, we are going now to add, which is this one. So we are going to add 12 plus 3, which is 15. So that one gives us our numerator. Then we are going to calculate the denominator. Our denominator, we write it as d. So our denominator is 1 over 3, then 1 3 over 4 times 2 3 over, that is 2 over 3. So we have plus 1 over, that is 3 over 4 times 2 over 3. Then we start with the multiplication. So we have 3 over 4 times 2 over 3. This will give us, when you change to improper fractions, we'll have 7 over 4 times 8 over 3 by 4 1 by 4 2. This gives us 14 over 3. Gives us 14 over 3. Then next we go to the addition. When we add, we have a third plus 14 over 3. So this gives us 15 over 3, because the LCM is 3. So when we divide by 3 1, by 3 5, we get 5. And this is the value of our denominator. This is the value of our denominator. So finally, we have to take the value of our numerator, which is 15. We divide by the value of our denominator, which is 3. So we have the value of our denominator is 5. So it is 5, it is not 3, it's 5. So by 5 1, by 5 3. So we have our answer as 3. So the correct answer is C. What is the next number in the pattern below? We have 92, 79, 66 and 53. Then we are required to find the next number in the sequence or in the pattern. So we have solution. So first, as you can see in our pattern, the numbers are decreasing. So we find the difference between the consecutive numbers. So let's see, 92 minus 79, this one gives us 13. Then we have 79 minus 66, this gives us also 13. And 66 minus 53, this gives us also 13. So we can see the difference is uniform. So to get the next number in the pattern, it means that we are going to take 53, we minus 13. So 53 minus 13, this gives us 40. So that will be our next number in the pattern, and the answer is D. Abudalla wanted to set a right angle so that he can mark the school athletics field. Which one of the following set of 3 measurements would he use? Working. So we are told that Abudalla wanted to have a right angled field, athletics field. So first we know that in a right angled triangle, if this is our right angled triangle, or the field that Abudalla was to draw or to mark, this, let's have this as R, this as P, this as Q. So we know that using the Pythagoras theorem, R squared is given by Q squared plus P squared. So we are going to test our measurements which we have been given in our answers to see which one of the sets obey the Pythagoras theorem. So we start with A, set A. So we have to test whether 3 squared plus 4.5 squared will give us 6.5 squared. So we have 3 squared is 9, 9 plus 4.5 squared is 20.25, and when we add, we have 29.25, and 6.5 squared will give us 42.25. So we can see the values are not equal, so A is not the answer. So let's test B. We have our set B. B, we have to test whether 2.5 squared plus 6 squared will give us 6.5 squared. 2.5 squared is 6.25. So we add 36, which is 6 squared. We see whether it will give us 6.5 squared is 42.25. 42.25. So 6.25 plus 36, we get 42.25, which is equals to 42.25, and therefore our set B obeys the Pythagoras theorem. So we have our answer as B. Sakwa deposited 25,000 shillings in a bank which paid compound interest at the rate of 10% per annum. If he withdrew all his money after 1.5 years, how much interest did his money earn? So we have working. So this one is asking us about the compound interest. So we are going to start with our first year, because we can see the time is 1.5 years. So we start with our first year. So in our first year, we know that interest, which is I, is given by P times R, which is rate, times time, over 100. So our first year, we have the principal P as 25,000 shillings. We have our rate R as 10%, and we have our time as 1 year. So to get the interest, which we are going to call it I1, we get principal 25,000 times 10 over 100 times 1. Cancel these zeros with these zeros. 250 times 10, we get 2,500 shillings as our interest 1. Then we go to the second year. When we go to the second year, now the principal will be the original principal plus the interest earned in the first year. So our new principal, let's call it P2, will be given by principal P1, our P1, which was our original principal, plus I1. This gives us 25,000 plus 2,500, and this one will give us 27,500. So that is our new principal that we are going to use in year 2. So we have our second year. Our second year, we'll have to calculate also the interest too, which will be given by principal times rate times time over 100. So this one will be, our new principal is 27,500. We multiply by rate. Rate remains the same, which is 10%. We multiply by time. Time is now at this time is a half. Then this one we divide by 100. So we have by 2 1 by 2 5. We cancel these zeros with these zeros. So we have 275 times 5. This one gives us 1,375 shillings. This is shillings. So to get total interest, we take interest 1 plus interest 2, and this one is 2,500 plus 1,375. This one gives us 3,875 shillings. So our interest, our total interest is 3,875 shillings. Therefore, we have our answer as D. Kamore started from his home at 10 a.m. and traveled to town A according to the graph below. On the way, he had to stop for 30 minutes to take refreshments. What was Kamore's average speed for the whole journey in kilometers per hour? Working. So for our working. So from the graph, when we look at our graph, we have the total distance covered being 140. So we have our total distance which is 140 kilometers. Then we have the time taken. The time taken, we are going to read from 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. to this point. So when you calculate the time from 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m., we find that the number of hours is 3.5 hours. So we know that we have been asked about the average speed. We know that average speed is given by distance covered over total time taken. So this one will be given by 140. We divide by 3.5, and when we divide this, we have to get 140 divided by, we change 3 and 1/2 to improper fraction, we get 7/2. So we get 140 times, change the sign, then we take the reciprocal of 7/2, which is 2/7, by 7 1 by 7, we have 20. Then we have our speed, or average speed, given by 2 times 20, which is 40, and this one is in kilometers per hour. So we have our correct answer as A. A triangle has an area of 48 centimeters squared. The length of the base of the triangle is 5x minus 4 and its height is 6 centimeters. What is the value of x? So let's have working. So we know that area of a triangle is given by a half base times height. Then we have our base as 5x minus 4 and our height as 6 centimeters. So we are going to apply our formula. Then we have the area. Area is 48 centimeters squared. So we have a half. We multiply with the base. The base is 5x minus 4. Then we multiply by height, which is 6. This one should give us 48. This is 48 centimeters squared. So by 2 1, by 2 3, we have 3. We multiply 3 by 5x minus 4. This one should give us 48. 3 times 5 is 15x. We minus 3 times 4, 12. This one should give us 48. We take 12 to the other side. So we have 15x minus 12 equals 48. So we have 15x. When we take 12 to the other side, it becomes an addition. So 48 plus 12. So 15x should be equals to, when we add 48 and 12, we get 60. We divide both sides by 15 to get the value of x. So by 15 1, by 15x, by 15 1, by 15 4. So our x is 4. So the answer is B. A school clock gains 3 seconds every hour. The clock was set correct at noon on Monday. What time was it showing at noon on Thursday of the following week? Solution. So first, we are going to count the number of days. Let's look at the number of days. Number of days from Monday noon, to Thursday noon the following week. Thursday noon the following week. So when you count the number of days that are from Monday noon to Thursday the following week noon, you get 10 days. So that's the number of days. So we know that one day has got 24 hours. So to get the total number of hours from Monday noon to Thursday noon, total number of hours, so total hours during this time, it will be 24 times 10 days, and this one will give us 240 hours. Then we are taught the clock gains 3 seconds every hour. So to get total seconds gained, we take 240 hours, we multiply by 3, which is the seconds it gains per hour. So this one gives us 720 seconds. Then let's change the 720 seconds to minutes. So to minutes, we know that 1 minute is 60 seconds. So this one will give us 720. We divide by 60. So we divide this 0 by this 0 by 6, 1 by 6. In 72 we get 12. So the clock gains 12 minutes. So to get the time it was showing on that Thursday noon the following week, so we add, it was noon, so we add 12 minutes from noon, and this one gives us 12, then 12 minutes PM. So it will be 12 PM the following Thursday. So we have our answer as B. Ananda bought bananas in batches of 20 bananas each at 25 shillings per batch. She cut them into smaller batches of 5 bananas each and sold them at 10 shillings per batch. What percentage profit did she make? So working. So we are taught one batch, that is one batch, has 20 bananas. So it has 20 bananas. Then these bananas, or one batch, will cost 25 shillings. Then each batch, so we have again one batch, produces other 4 smaller batches. So each batch produces other 4 smaller batches. So we have each batch having 5 bananas. So each batch, each smaller batch, has 5 bananas. So to get the selling price for 20 bananas, selling price for 20 bananas, we have to get 4 times 10, because 20 bananas are being divided into 4 batches. So each batch is sold at 10. So to get the price, so these 20 bananas is the same as the smaller 4 batches. So we get 4 times 10, which is 40 shillings. Then we have the buying price. The buying price, we are told that he had bought the 20 bananas each at 25 shillings per batch. So we are going to have our buying price for 20 bananas being 25 shillings. So to get the profit, we take the selling price. Profit equals selling price minus buying price, and this one will give us 40 minus 25. We get 15 shillings. So this is the profit. Then we are asked about the percentage profit. So we know that percentage profit is given by profit over buying price times 100%. So this one will give us 15 over buying price, which is 25. We multiply by 100. So by 25, 1 by 25, we are getting 4. Then we have 15 times 4, which gives us 60%. So that is our percentage profit. Therefore the answer is C. A farmer of cows and goats had a total of 200 animals on his farm. Out of these, 20% were cows and the rest were goats. He decided to increase his cows by that percent and decrease his goats by 10%. How many animals altogether did he end up with? So working, we have the number of cows. Number of cows are 20% of 200. 20% of 200. So this one will give us 20 over 100 times 200. We cancel these zeros with these zeros. So we will have the number of cows being 40. Then the rest, we are told the rest were goats. So the rest, goats will be the percentage of the animal, the total number of animals is 100. So we minus 20%, which is the number of cows. So we get goats are 80%. So number of goats will be 80% of 200. So we have 80%, that is 80 over 100 times 200. We cancel these zeros with these zeros. So we have 80 times 2, 160. So this is the number of goats, which are 160. So we want to increase the cows by that percent and decrease the goats by 10%. So we increase cows by 30%. So if we increase cows by 30%, cows before they are increased, they are 100%. So when we increase, we get 100%, we add that percent. So this one gives us 130%. Then to get the new number of cows, new number of cows, we get 130%, that is 130 over 100. We multiply by the initial number of cows, which is 40. So we cancel this 0 with this 0. this 0 will go with this 0. 13 times 4, this one will give us 52. So that is the new number of cows. Then we decrease goats by 10%. So we have 100, we subtract 10%, we get 90%. Then to get the new number of goats, we take 90 over 100, we multiply by the initial number, which is 160. So this 0 will go with this 0, this 0 goes with this 0, and when we multiply 9 times 16, we get 144. So that is the new number of goats. So we are being told to calculate the number of animals he ended up with. So we take 52, that is total animals. We take 52, we had 144, and this gives us 196 as our total new number of animals, and therefore our correct answer is C. The first 11 pupils in a class scored the following marks in a mathematics test. We have 95, 50, 48, 63, 58, 75, 48, 44, 58, 84, and 48. Their teacher worked out the mean, mode, and median of these marks. Which of the following gives the mean, mode, and median in that order? So we have our working. So we are going to calculate the three quantities, the mean, mode, and the median of the marks that we have been given. So let's start with the mean. Mean is given by total sum of the marks. We divide by the number of pupils. So this one gives us, when we had the marks, we'll have 95, we had 50, we had 48, we had 63, we had 58, we had 75 plus 48 plus 44 plus 58 plus 84, then we plus 48. When we add up, we're supposed to divide by 11. The number of pupils are 11. So when you add this, you are supposed to get 671. Then we divide by 11. This one will give us 61. So the mean of the marks is 61. So that is the mean. We want to calculate the mode. Mode is the number which occurs most times. So we look at the marks that occurs most times. So when we count, for example, for 95 is 1, 50 is 1, 48 is 1, 2, 3. So you find that the mode is 48, because 48 is occurring 3 times. So the mode is 48. Then we want to calculate the median. Median is the number which is in the middle when the marks are arranged either from the smallest to the largest, or largest to the smallest. So let's arrange. We arrange max from smallest to largest. So when we arrange, we will have 44, 48, 48, 48, 50, 58, then we have 58 again, 63, 75, 84, and lastly 95. So this is what we are supposed to arrange from 48. Lastly we'll have 95 when arranged from smallest to largest. Then we look at the number which is at the middle. So find that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you find that it is 58. So our median is 58. So we look at the order. So we are supposed to have mean, we have our mode, and we have our median in that order. So this one should give us 61, 48, and 58, because we got our mean and mode as 61 and also 48. So when you look at this order in our answers, you find that the answer is B. What is the place value of digit 6 in the number? Our number is 4,693,017. So we have our solution. We have 4,693,017. So we ask the place value of 6. So we have ones, we have tens, we have hundreds, we have thousands, we have, this is 10,000s, 10 thousands. Then 6 is 100,000s, 100,000s. Then 4 will be million. So our digit 6 will be 100,000s. So we find that our answer is D. A meeting started in the morning at the time shown on the clock face alongside. If the meeting lasted for 2 hours 35 minutes, what time was a 24-hour clock showing when the meeting ended? Working. So our meeting started at the time shown on the clock. So we first read the time shown on the clock. So we have time on the clock. So you find that it is 11:45 a.m. 11:45 a.m. Then the meeting lasted, it lasted for 2 hours 35 minutes. So we had 2 hours 35 minutes from 11:45. So we have hours and we have minutes. So we have 11:45. We had 2 hours 35 minutes. So when we had this, we are getting, when we had 45 plus 35, we are getting 80 minutes. 80 minutes, when you convert to hours and minutes, you find that it is 1 hour 20 minutes. So you write the 20 minutes on the side of minutes, which is 20. Then the 1 hour, you carry it, you add to the side of hours. So 1 plus 11 plus 2, you get 14. So this time on a 24-hour clock, so in 24-hour clock, it will be 1420 hours, and that one gives us the answer, which is B. A car is moving at a speed of 25 meters per second. What is the speed in kilometers per hour? So working. So we are taught the car is moving at 25 meters per second. So we know that speed is given by distance over time. So our distance is 25 meters. So we convert these meters to kilometers. So we know that 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1000 meters. So 25 meters will be, we get 1 times 25 over 1000. So we get 25 over 1000 kilometers. So that is our distance in kilometers. Then time is 1 second. So we convert the 1 second to hours. So we know that 1 hour is equivalent to 3600 seconds, which is 60 times 60. So 1 second will be, we get 1 times 1 over that 600. This one gives us 1 over that 600 hours. That one is hours. So we have speed equals distance over time. So this one will give us, our distance is 25 over 1000. We divide by 1 over that 600. So this one will give us, we get 25 over 1000. Then we change the sign to multiplication and we take the reciprocal of 1 over 3600. We'll have 3600 over 1. So these zeros will go with these zeros. We have by 5 5, by 5 2, by 2 1, by 2 in the 6 is 18. So 18 times 5, 18 times 5, this gives us 90, which is kilometers per hour. So That one is our speed in kilometers per hour, which is C. And drum contains 28 liters 8 deciliters of fruit juice. The juice was packed into smaller containers, each with a capacity of 4 liters 4 deciliters. How many containers were filled? So working. So we have our drum containing 28 liters 8 deciliters. Then we have 1 deciliter as 0.1 liters. So we are going to calculate the number of liters in 8 deciliters. So 8 deciliters will have how many liters? So we have 8 times 0.1 over 1. This gives us 0.8 liters. So our drum contains 28 plus 0.8, and this gives us 28.8 liters. Then we have our smaller containers. So our smaller containers are of 2 liters 4 deciliters. We convert the 4 deciliters to liters. So we have 4 times 0.1 over 1. This gives us 0.4 liters. So each smaller container contains 2 plus 0.4. This is 2.4 liters. So to get the number of smaller containers, we get 28.8. We divide by 2.4. So we multiply here by 10, and we multiply the denominator by 10. So this one gives us 288 over 24. And when you calculate this, we will get by 24 1 by 24 12, and this one will get 12 smaller containers. So we have our answer as D. If x equals 2, y equals 1, and z equals 3, what is the value of 3x minus 4y plus 2z over 2 brackets x plus 2y minus z? So working. So we have 3x, the value of x is 2, so we will have 3, we multiply by 2, then minus 4y, y is 1, 4 times 1, then we had 2z, z is 3, so 2 times 3 over 2 into x is 2 plus 2y, 2 times 1 minus z, which is 3. So this one gives us 3 times 2, 6, 6 minus 4 plus 6 over, we have in brackets, we have got 2 here. 2 times 2 is 2. Then we have 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. So it will be, we will have to get 2 in brackets, we will have 2, we add 2, and we subtract 3. then this one will give us 6 plus 6 minus 4, so we get 12 minus 4 over, here we are getting 4 plus 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 minus 3 1, so it is 2 times 1, so this one will be equals to 12 minus 4 is 8, 8 over 2 times 1 is 2, so we divide by 2 1, by 2 4, so our expression will be equals to 4, so our answer is C. A tailor bought 17¼ meters of cloth to make school uniforms. Each uniform took 7/8 meters of cloth. How many uniforms did the tailor make? So working. So to get the number of uniforms, you have to take the length of the cloth that was used to make the uniforms. We divide by the length each uniform will take. So this is 17 1/4. We divide by 2, 7/8. 17 times 4 is 68 plus 1, 69/4. We divide by 2 times 8, 16, 16 plus 7, that is 23/8. Then this will be equals to 69/4. We change the sign times, then we take the reciprocal of 23/8, which is 8/23, by 4 1, by 4 2, then we have by 23 we have 1, by 23 we have 3, so we take 3 times 2, which is 6. So the number of clothes or the number of uniforms that the tailor will make will be 6, which is B. Which of the following patterns can be placed in the blank space in the figure above to complete the pattern correctly? So we have our figure here. So we are going to consider the pattern used in our figure. So when we consider the two middle rows from here to here, so we see that the first row bus, which is this one, that one, we have two row buses, this one and this one shaded, and we have two triangles shaded, and we have two triangles which are not shaded. Then the second row bus, this one, as the two row buses not shaded, this one and this one, and two triangles which are not shaded, this one and this one. Then we have the middle triangles shaded. Therefore the third row bus which we have been asked is blank. Then the fourth one, this one, has a pattern which resembles the second row bus, and the fourth one looks like the first one. So this means we have the first one, then the second one, then the first one gets repeated again, then we have the second repeated after the first has been repeated, then we have the first again repeated. So when we look at our answers, we find that the pattern goes like, we have A, pattern A, which has been shown in our answer A, is the one which is being shown in the first row bars. Then we follow by C. Then after that we have the dash, which is our blank space here. Then after that we have our C repeated, then our A. So it means that we start with A, we go to C, then we repeat A again, then C, then A. So the pattern that fits best in our blank space will be the A pattern, and therefore we have our answer as A.